you think you've got the American dream, and then you find out there's a ladder that goes even higher.
Yeah.
That you thought you worked so hard your whole life
To get the 50 million.
You skirted rules, you overcharged, you backstabbed your way to the top, and then you find out the top isn't even the top. It's a sad day in America. And who's looking out for the millionaire? Who, Michael? Who's looking out for the millionaire?
That's a real good question.
Millionaires aren't you and I, the common man. We're not looking out for them.
Yeah, we have our elected officials watching out for us.
Right.
The billionaires have the lobbyists.
Billionaires
And
have the
each other.
candidates. They
And
beyond
the
the
candidates,
lobbyists. They actually have the candidates
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But who does this the millionaire have? Nobody.
Leave your aversion to small talk at the door. It's time for Carl and Mike.
Welcome, Carl and Mike. Best of 2015. I'm Carl.
I'm Mike.
So the newlywed year is over.
That's right.
Fortunately for us, we recorded our first year together. So we've got the best of politics, the best of sex, the best of religion, and of course, thought leadership.
It's a taste.
So if this is your first time listening to Carl and Mike, enjoy your sample. And then hopefully you'll come back and take the full course meal. All right.
Okay.
Anything else we should say about this for our new people?
No, let's get started.
All right. Carl and Mike, not really sponsored by shutthefuckup.com. Rated last in customer service 3 years running. That's shutthefuckup.com, a subsidiary of I Don't Give a Fuck, wholly owned by the 1%.
Oh, they're a new sponsor.
A new sponsor.
A new not sponsor.
Not really sponsored by.
I like them.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
That's awful nice of them to be involved with us. That's good.
Yes. Well, lots of negotiation went in that.
It did.
I asked for 10%. They said, shut the fuck up.
That was our agent that was doing it. Who would be our agent?
Michael, I've been reading all the polls.
Yes.
Being the official pollster for Carl and Mike.
Yeah.
And according to the polls, we don't exist.
We don't exist?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So I'm thinking this is going to require some drastic measures.
So
on our
we're
part.
lower than like Santorum and all these people?
I thought I'd ever say this sentence, but we're behind Santorum. All right. So this is going to take drastic measures on our part to get people to discover who Carl Mike is. And traditionally,
get them to know who we are.
Yeah. And traditionally, what a presidential candidate would do is they get a really expensive video and they go to their hometown and they talk about their growing up. Mm-hmm. We of course don't have the budget for that.
Yeah.
But I've come across something that I think we can pull off. There's a scientist, not a relationship expert, but a scientist who says that he's devised these 36 questions, and that if you ask these 36 questions of someone, they will fall in love with you. So a scientific way to fall in love. So we're going to ask ourselves, we're good at questions, as you know, with 5 questions in 5 minutes. But we're going to do 36 questions, Michael. And 2 things are going to happen here.
Yeah.
You and I are going to fall in love with each other, potentially. Yeah. But more important, America is going to fall in love with Carl and Mike.
Oh, they are?
It's scientifically guaranteed.
Wouldn't it be just easier and a lot more fun to just sleep with people?
There's just too many of them.
There's
only too few of us.
I'm willing
we could
to
give it the college try.
We could give it the college. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how Anita and Suzanne would think about that. Probably be against that.
No, I think, she's up for whatever it takes to get me in the White House.
Really? I like that. I like that attitude. See, we finally figured a way to get the golden pass.
That's right. That's right. This would get a hall pass.
A hall pass.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So we are going to do this.
Paycheck equals hall pass.
Really? That's where we're at now?
That's where we're at.
It really comes. That's pretty fundamental there.
That is.
Yeah. So
pay to play.
Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah.
And let's not lose our whole female audience here before we even get started. Because they need to fall in love with us, Michael. So we're going to ask each other these 36 questions.
Okay.
And they're going to fall in love with Carl and Mike. And America's going to fall in love with Carl and Mike.
So we're going to get the chick vote?
We want the chick vote, the touchy-feely vote,
the
in touch. We're going to see 2 men open up their
souls,
their inner
hearts,
beings.
Our innards.
Our innards, yes. And we're going to lay them out right here on the table. It could be painful. You ready to share your deepest emotions? Are you ready to fall in love? Are you ready for America to fall in love with us?
Yummy.
And once they do, go to isupportcarlandmike.net. That's isupportcarlandmike.net. Once you've fallen in love,
Show the love.
show the love. We need to see the love and feel the love.
Show the love.
Yeah, show the love. Prove the science behind these 36 questions.
That's right. By
So we're gonna have
forking
to do
over
this-
some Benjamins.
That's right. All right, America, here we go.
Ready?
Yes.
Go.
What if we fall in love? What happens then?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
I
geez.
don't know. I guess we get divorces and we get man
no.
rings. Can we
Ouch.
get man rings?
Do you get a man ring?
Yeah.
What
you
does a
get
man ring
matching,
look like?
Matching platinum man bands.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that.
See, now I think this should be different for men. Don't do the rings because they're already doing the rings, Or else do like
What
nipple
kind of-
ring or something. I don't know. Ouch.
Oh.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
Don't you think? I don't know.
It's something different than
They should
man
do
rings?
something, not copy,
Yeah.
like
Bracelets?
do their own thing.
Does it have to be jewelry?
No, it could be
Tattoos.
anything.
Forehead tattoos.
Tattoos, I like that.
Forehead tattoos.
No, I don't like forehead
No?
tattoos. Though I did have an idea once that
What?
people could rent their foreheads and
As
rent
billboards?
that as a billboard for a company. So like you do your car, you see
Yeah.
those cars that are all,
Yeah.
and you get free car. So you do your forehead.
Ooh.
See, I could see it right up there.
I wouldn't buy anything that was advertised on your forehead.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
But what if it was on lots of people's foreheads?
Yeah.
No.
It would creep me out.
It would creep you out.
Oh,
but
I'd be
yeah,
out
but
of
if
here.
you were born into it, you see, if you're used to it.
Yeah,
that
but
was
where
just
are
the
they
thing.
born into it? I can't think of anybody that's born into
I
it.
think ultimately, Michael, that's where we're going.
Yep.
Forehead.
Forehead.
Advertising. I did watch Comedians in Coffee with Seinfeld and Bill Maher.
Oh,
recently.
was it
Very
good?
good, yeah.
Yeah. Has he
They
done-
call themselves the comedy team of Smug and Arrogant. Jerry's smug and Maher's arrogant.
Oh, that's
So
good.
go watch Comedians with Coffee.
See, and I haven't seen
Comedians
any of those.
driving cars.
I haven't seen any of those.
Oh, they're really
yet.
good. They're
I know.
about 18 minutes.
I've heard, yeah.
Nice production value. A little bit more than we get at 5 Questions, 5 Minutes with Carl and Mike.
Yeah. Well, they can
They
afford.
got a little music, they got a
can
nice
afford little
editing, nice
GoPros,
video
stuff
editing.
Like that. They get.
Yeah.
Jerry's not doing the editing.
No, he's not.
No, he's not doing the
He's
editing.
got a couple cameramen, too.
I bet he
nice
has.
cameras.
I bet he has people.
He has people.
He has
Jerry's
people.
got people.
Jerry's got.
We don't
people.
got people.
No, we don't
That's
have
our
people.
problem. We need people.
We need people.
All right. But we digress. I love doing show notes for an episode like this because
We're just kind of back and forth.
it's just
and all
going to
over
give
the
me a
place.
headache. And it's only like we only digress on a certain subject for a minute, and then we go like we just did Seinfeld. Now
Yeah.
we're gone.
Now we're back and we're gonna.
You know how hard it is to write show notes for that? So in my mind, as I'm talking to you now, I'm thinking, show notes. That's going to be really hard. Stay on topic. Focus.
Yeah,
Focus.
yeah,
Focus.
yeah.
But you don't get that because this
No.
is a conversation.
It is a
Conversations meander.
They do. They should meander.
They should meander, to be real.
Or do you think they're meandering because we're old?
I don't know. It could be. Absolutely. I don't know. So you're saying two 25-year-olds having a conversation, they would be on point?
No.
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 Here's what two 25s would sound like. Hey,
E.
what's up?
Yo.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Want to
Yo.
play a video game?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, sorry, I got a phone call. Let me get this.
See, that's a 25-year-old conversation. You don't get that here, Carl and Mike. You have wisdom and experience.
And we actually, for the most part, turn our phones off or use them as stopwatches
Yeah.
or cameras.
And let's face it, we don't get as many texts or calls as a 25-year-old.
No.
No. They're like inundated with texts. They don't
Yeah.
even get calls anymore.
I fucking tell you what pisses me off
Uh-oh, what's that?
is the robocalls that we're getting. Used to get it on landlines.
trying to make
Now
those
they're doing it-
illegal.
Well, yeah, they're trying to make this.
But you know what I like about them? I have the power of blocking them. So when I get that call, the first thing I do is go to block that caller. It's a
You
wonderful
do?
thing. Yeah.
How do you do that?
You don't know how to do that?
No.
Oh,
I just push,
Jesus.
there's also,
just
you can
delete?
push 2 or 9, and that usually stops them. And 2 or 9, what I found is if you wait till the end of the call, it'll say press 9 if you want to be removed from this list, or press 2. So far I've pressed 2. If that doesn't work, I hit 9, and then what it'll do is it'll hang up.
Really?
Then it removes them. Yeah, supposedly. Yeah.
You
Well,
know-
I haven't watched them actually remove it.
Well, there's a little thing on there where you can block the caller. I'll show you after the show.
Actually,
You know who's
on
going to
your
like
phone-
this show?
Who?
People with attention deficit disorder.
They go, hey, there are peeps.
There are peeps. Look, they jump. Boom, boom, boom. Supreme Court, Roberts, Seinfeld, ADD. Let's talk about a new wage gap. We've heard enough about the Walton family. 4 people, as Bernie Sanders said the other day, 4 people own as much money as 130 million Americans.
Oh.
4 people who are the largest employer, by the way.
Oh.
But that wage gap, that's,
Chump change?
that's not the real wage gap that we need to be concerned about here in America. We need to talk about the wage gap between the wealthy and the really wealthy. The millionaire just isn't what it used to be, Michael.
No, it's really not.
It's sad.
Are they suffering?
Yeah, they're suffering. They're finding that when you're at that 2% level, that the gap between 2% and 1%
It's huge.
is huge, and not even as big as the gap between the 1% and the 1/10 of 1%.
Yeah.
There's some huge gaps there, Michael. We've got to tighten those gaps up.
They have money.
So if you're a hedge fund owner, and you're a multimillionaire, you just still can't even get into some
is there
clubs.
coinage envy that goes on at those levels? Do you think? Do they
there'd
kind
be
of
coinage envy? Yes.
coinage envy? And you get to the point where you got like say 50
You
million.
think you've got the American dream, and then you find out there's a ladder that goes even higher.
Yeah.
That you thought you worked so hard your whole life.
To get the 50 million. and then-
You skirted rules, you overcharged, you backstabbed your way to the top, and then you find out the top isn't even the top. It's a sad day in America. And who's looking out for the millionaire? Who, Michael? Who's looking out for the millionaire?
That's a real good question.
Billionaires
I
aren't
don't
you and
know.
I, the common man. We're not
Yeah.
looking out for them.
Yeah, we have our elected officials watching out for us.
Right.
The billionaires have the lobbyists.
Billionaires
And
have the
each other.
candidates. They
Huh?
beyond
And the
the
candidates,
lobbyists. They actually
yeah.
have the candidates
Oh, yeah,
now.
yeah.
But who does just the millionaire have? Nobody.
They really don't.
It's-
I hadn't thought
that's
about
why
that.
it's
That is
lonely
a
at the top,
tragic thing,
Michael.
Huh? It is.
Because
And
the
that's
top
not
isn't
even
the
at the
top
No,
anymore.
it's
That's
not.
the beauty of it all.
It's the top. They think it's the top, but it's the billionaires
Bottom.
projecting.
Yeah.
That
That's
this
it.
is the top. Look, it's got lights and flash, and look at all the cool stuff that you can live in.
That's right.
You can live in Aspen and stuff like that. Can't live in Monaco, but
Yeah.
you can live in Aspen.
To paraphrase, to quote our good friends Chris Rock, if the Waltons had multimillionaire money, they would slit their wrists as they jump off a building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually slit their throats
Yeah.
as they're falling.
Yeah.
So it's another wage gap that's not
hadn't
being
thought about
talked
that. That
about.
really-
And
I
we're going
think-
to talk about it here.
I think we should. And I mean, what are they going to do? What do they do to try and close that gap? That's a big gap to
Yeah.
close.
I'm thinking of a commercial. Remember
Okay.
remember the Indian with the little tear?
Oh, yes.
Yes, I think the millionaire with just a little tear going down, or maybe coming out of his nose,
Sitting
from the coke. A little tear coming out of his nose. The
Or he's
Coke-
got a little powder. No, he's got a little powder on his nose.
Yeah.
He's got a little tear coming.
Yeah.
out. And he's sitting in a seat all by himself in his Gulfstream.
Yeah,
And it
a
pans
lonely
back, and
Gulfstream.
he's-
It's
and
empty.
He's in a Gulfstream by himself.
Oh,
Oh man,
not even a stewardess.
dude, that's
Blowing 'em
really getting.
or anything.
No, the stewardess doesn't do that anymore. No,
don't do that.
She's got a job with the billionaire.
Here's the sad part also of that little, he's alone in the Gulfstream,
No.
and he's renting the Gulfstream. He's got that timeshare Gulfstream. He doesn't even own the Gulfstream.
Oh, and he's got to hide the fact that he's doing timeshare.
Yeah.
Because his friends, he doesn't want to.
Doesn't know, 3 o'clock, the plane is
Oh.
not mine anymore.
And he's looking down at
Yeah.
his Rolex to get the time because he had to hawk his Patek Philippe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sucks,
The
man.
tear starts to
I
fall.
like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We need to rally around
The poor millionaire.
millionaire.
Yeah.
The poor millionaire.
The poor
Poor man's millionaire. They don't get the respect, they don't get the honor. They worked hard to get there. Damn it. They climbed the ladder.
Sure, a lot of people suffered
Yes.
and gave
They-
way too much of themselves to get
Yes.
that person.
They laid off a good 5,000 people to bring that stock share up
Yeah.
so they could get
That
that
new
Gulfstream.
jet. Even
And
if
now
it is
they
a
find
timeshare.
out some guy like Sheldon Weinstein is way above them.
Oh, man.
Gap is big at the top, Michael. We always talk about the gap at the bottom.
That's really
Sure.
not the serious problem, is it?
It's the gap at the top.
Yeah.
It's widening at the top.
Yeah.
See, 99% of the money is going to the top 1%, and the top 1/10 of the 1% is getting the lion's share of that.
Ooh.
It's not even trickling
many of
down.
those people-
It's not trickling down to the millionaire
How
or
many people are
multimillionaire.
actually
Really, even
in-
multimillionaire doesn't cut it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So we need. What do you think? A fundraiser?
For the million.
Yeah. What could we do? How could we help them? That's the question. Because nobody cares. Somebody has to have a voice.
Well, we can't get him out of that timeshare right away, so we're going to have to help him hide that fact. I
Yeah.
think-
The shame of timeshare.
The shame of timeshare. Because, you really can't just call up Pete, the pilot, and say, Pete, let's go.
Pete's got to go. Yeah. I'm sorry.
he's
Your
gotta-
4 hours are up.
Yeah,
this
your
month.
4 hours are up, and I'm dropping you off in Lubbock.
Right. As a matter of fact, the time
not even gonna be
you're
able to make it back
you
to
have
Dallas.
You have to Uber it to Dallas. And there are not that many Ubers in Lubbock, I'm guessing. It's a tough life. It's a tough life. It's tough and it's lonely.
I don't know. How can we help them? I mean, if you do a fundraiser, it's
Fundraiser's
going to
probably not
kind of
enough.
draw
Yeah.
the light to it.
Yeah.
We got to give money to them where it can't
Dark
be seen.
money.
Dark money.
There
I
we
think
go.
dark money. We need to give them. Try and figure out some way to get dark
So
money.
maybe
to
we
them.
just have people give us money, and then we'll dark money it to them.
Well, why would somebody give this person dark money? I guess it depends on what his
We're
business
trying to move
is.
him up to billionaire status.
Yeah, so they can use him at that level.
Yeah.
Would it be other billionaires that are trying to help him move up and join because they want to use him for something? They don't do that, do they?
Just kind of like toy multimillionaires to play with.
Yeah.
Does the 1/10 of 1%, do they have like a flosser? Someone comes in and just flosses their teeth for them.
A flosser?
A flosser.
A flosser. Maybe. And who is it that had the ball washer? Oh, Robin Williams used to talk about the ball washer. Wasn't it Robin Williams that talked about the ball washer? I got a ball washer. I miss that guy.
You could take that into a whole nother levels.
Yeah. No, I think they probably do. They have flossers and ball washers and people that, trim their armpit hairs. Because, when was the last time you trimmed your armpit hairs?
Never?
Really? So they probably need it. But these people have, and I didn't even know.
This is a good point. Why does the head on your hair, you have to cut your hair, right, every 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But hair on other parts of your body, you don't have to, why doesn't it grow like the hair on your head?
Some of it does.
If you ever cut your armpit hair,
No, I've never cut my armpit.
why isn't that hanging down below your nipple at this point?
I think because you don't cut it. If you start cutting it, it's going to start going.
You say if you did cut it,
Yeah.
it would start to grow like a crazy?
I don't know.
Like if you shaved your armpit, would hair grow back?
Oh, yeah.
So it stops at a certain level.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's the length that
See, maybe there's the thing to look at.
the weight of it or
Maybe that's the way
something
to
else.
solve balding or something,
What?
Because if you could get your head on your hair to act like your armpit hair, you would then not have to cut your hair. And jobs would be lost across barbers. But maybe there's a gene there that stops the hair growing in your... These are the deep thinking we get here on Carl.
I don't know, Carl.
Maybe there's a gene that stops the hair growing in your armpit, that if they just took that little gene and put it on your...
Slice it under your
in
scalp.
under your
they could
scalp.
they could do a cut from top to bottom and just kind of stick some of those genes in there.
Yeah. Like hair on the nose growing. I've noticed that lately.
Or your ears.
Have you had that?
Yeah. Oh, have I had it? Are you kidding me?
I didn't have that in my 20s. I didn't have
no.
nose hair. I didn't have
No,
like a nose hair
Yeah.
clipper.
Yeah.
What happened? So all of a sudden...
Have you
this-
ever used a nose hair clipper?
Yes,
One of the
I have.
rotary
Zzz,
dudes?
yeah.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah.
I got one that was
Yeah?
a hand. It was a hand crank thing.
It was
it
a
wasn't
hand
electric.
crank? You
Yeah.
hand
Well,
cranked
no,
it?
it's never a crank, but you'd kind of push a button like that. And I thought, okay, this is great. And I put it in there, and I pushed that
Ow.
button, and it
Oh.
grabbed him and just twisted him around.
Oh.
I thought I was going to fucking die. And then it locks up.
Yeah,
And
'cause
you
then you're-
gotta- and then your eyes are watering, and you're going, "Oh my God!" This
It
is
went in and
awful."
grabbed it.
Oh yeah, and
Oh.
then twist them. You just take. It's like if you think about it, if you get the hairs now and just took them and twisted them.
Ow.
And then you got a piece of cold metal in there, and you're trying to figure out how to unlock
It's
that
just,
shit. and
even
you're-
sometimes if you go too far with the little rotary, you go, ooh, that was a little too
Yeah,
far.
yeah, that's a little too far. So I shy away from that. I get the hedge clippers up in there and shit, but
I just don't get what happened.
And
All of a
ear
sudden,
hairs, I don't
so
know.
somewhere around 45, gene kicks in that says we're going to start growing hair out the nose?
It's a survival thing. Yeah, they're putting all their
What
survival.
is the hair doing to protect you
I don't know.
there?
They're putting all their hope. That your body is now putting all its hope in nose hair and ear hairs.
Yeah.
Because they're going. We got to give up on the head because nothing's happening up there. Let's sprout out
Losing it
somewhere
on the
else.
head, we're going to come out the nose?
Yeah, nose.
But not the armpit,
not the
ironically.
armpit. No, that's the last. That's the
Last
last.
bastion.
That's the last.
Maybe
battle.
when you're dead, the armpit hair starts
It
to
might.
grow.
It
So if
might.
you open up these coffins, there'd be
Yeah.
like 10 feet of hair
Well, the
coming
other
out the
place
armpit.
is your butthole. You don't want hair.
Oh.
You don't want a bunch of hair to grow down there because you don't want to get in there and clip it because you can't see it. How you know? How you gonna know whether you get a good
Okay,
job?
stop.
These are deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts.
We
of
went
Carl
down
and
that
Mike.
hole, didn't we?
Yeah, speaking, boom,
Yeah.
literally went down that hole.
Okay.
All right. You're right. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
You'd hate to have a ball washer and a butthole clipper, hair clipper.
But these are problems that billionaires have. Is who is it going to
Who's
floss
gonna
their
take
teeth?
that? Yeah.
And who's going to clip their armpit hairs? And who's going to wash their balls? But you know what? They have the money to pull it off.
Yeah. But I've never really just washed my balls, like a focus just like that, ball
Yeah.
washing. Why would there?
Well, it's a different world, Carl. I don't
I
know
know. I can't
how or
understand
why
it.
they live the way they do, but they think different than you and I.
So the millionaire really can't afford the ball washer.
No, you really can't.
Or the
dreams.
flosser.
He dreams of having a ball washer.
With no climate change here, nothing to look at, Ted Cruz.
Yeah,
Did you hear
nothing to see here.
You just see him not begging, but demanding all the money. This is the guy who didn't vote for money for the Sandy Hook, the hurricanes that wiped out the East Coast.
Oh, so he's demanding money for the Texas floods?
Yes.
Fuck
he
him.
is such a dick.
Ted, there's an English word for that. It's called hypocrisy. And my
This
guess
guy
is
is
there's
so
probably a
predictable.
Spanish word for it, too.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I think we call it dick. He's
Yeah.
a dick. Oh, Dick does that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I found there's a Twitter guy out there. Ted Cruz is a dick. and he's got
Please support him.
He's got a Kickstarter kind of thing on Indiegogo, which is kind of a Kickstarter thing, and you can
Is that a Kickstarter thing for people who've got projects that Kickstarter won't let you do on?
probably.
Yeah.
He's got the Ted Cruz as a dick poster, of course, which is kind of a picture of Ted Cruz
As a dick?
as a dick, right? So you get the mini print for $10, but for $40 you get the early release of the Ted Cruz dildo. So I like that. And for $4,999, you get the 21 shotgun beer salutes. So yes, go check out Ted Cruz is a dick on Twitter, because Ted Cruz is a dick.
Yeah.
And somebody's already got that
Yeah.
domain name, or Twitter handle, as should be. Because
Yeah.
what a dick.
Yeah.
To,
No, he's
You're right. Hypocrisy. It's all that shit.
yeah.
It's like he can't do anything but be a dick.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's
Well, he just looks angry. Where's that term?
dickish.
No. It was on several episodes ago. Disease of certainty.
Yes,
He is suffering from disease of certainty.
he is, and he's suffering from disease of dick.
Yeah.
'Cause there's some people, you've had them in your life. It's almost like you can almost predict what they're going to do, because you just have to think,
Yes.
what would a dick do?
Yeah.
And they do
he's-
that.
He's not, some people are dickish.
Yes.
This guy is full bore
Straight on boner dick.
boner dick.
Yeah. This is fear of Obama coming for the guns, right?
Well, I think he is, Carl.
Well, do
Seriously,
you?
I think
Oh, here we
the truth of the matter is that he is actually coming for the guns.
He's finally coming.
He's going to use the military.
Pull their fingers off their
He's
guns.
going to use the people's love of the military and respect of the military to lull them to sleep.
He
These
is a
people
clever
are going to
one.
be walking among you in your neighborhoods. They're going to be giving ice cream, probably not Bluebell, but some kind of, Acme ice cream.
Yeah, not Bluebell.
And candy to your kids. Really get on your good side. And then they're going to come in. Then you're going to invite them to dinner. Here's the plan. This is what I've been told. The plan is
you've
then
been
you're
told?
going to, you're going to be, and I can't tell you who I've been told by because it's secret.
Got it.
Betray confidence here. But what the goal is, these people are going to get to the point where you trust them enough that you're going to invite them for dinner.
You're going to bring the socialists into your house?
No. Well, if you want to call the military or socialists, at this point, it's just the military. You're going to invite the military soldiers into your home for dinner.
Right.
And part of the plan is, too, some of these soldiers are going to say, well, I've been living in a motel room for, 6 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever it is, and it sure was nice to get a home-cooked meal. And then a certain percentage of people are going to go, oh, I feel so sorry for you. You're just like my son or my nephew. Why don't you come and live with us, and that way you won't have to pay for the deal, and we'll save the money and stuff like that. And then they're going to ingratiate themselves.
So it's going to be kind of like that
Another
woman who
SAT
took that
word.
black
That's
kid.
an SAT word.
Remember
Okay.
that black kid got saved?
Yeah.
Went on the football
So
team.
anyway, so what they're going to do, they're going to get into your home, and then when you're gone someday to work, taking your kids to school, they're going to start snooping around, opening your closet and stuff. They're going to find your whoopings, and once they find your whoopings, they're going to know how to get them.
Whoopings?
Whoopings.
You mean weapons?
Weapons.
Yeah.
Weapons. Whoopings.
Is that Texas for weapons?
Arsenal.
They're going to take them
Yeah.
and they're going to confiscate
And
them.
they're again, as far as the weapon thing, they're going to be talking to you because you're going to have, the military guys are going to have their weapons there.
Yeah.
And they're going to be talking to you about their weapons and showing you the safety and showing the kids the safety. And again, this is all part of lulling you to sleep. And then one day, I'm not sure what day it is, somebody's going to blow a whistle. And when you come home, your weapons are gone. They're going to have those gone out of there. They're going to take everything that you hold dear in this life.
Your Bible.
Yes. They're
The
taking the
Bible and the
guns
guns.
and the Bibles.
Got it.
So you're not going to have a Bible anymore. And you know what they're going to do?
Torah?
No,
Quran?
they're going to leave a Quran.
There
They're
you
taking a Bible, leaving a Quran.
Well, you
and
know-
I'm telling you, this is serious shit, folks. And so you need to be aware. You need to be out there. You need to be on your guard. And this shit's coming your way.
Well, I think
But only in Texas.
I think you're kind of doing a little disservice there because you didn't give the whole story.
I didn't give the whole story?
No, there's more.
Oh.
Because they've already planned that there's going to be some, how should we put it, rabble rousers.
Oh,
that don't-
rebel
yeah.
risers.
And we're going to have some Walmarts that they're going to be housed in,
Oh, I heard about that. Some of the
Yeah.
empty Walmarts are going to be staying
housing
there.
them in there, right next
What,
to the women's
military?
shoes.
The military?
Well, no, the rebel rousers. It's like a prison. It's like a Japanese internment camp back in the 40s. This is going to be a Walmart internment camp, which
Where are they going to get the rebel rousers?
the rebel rousers are the ones who are going to catch on to the plots.
No.
They're the smart ones.
They're the smart ones. that
Smart
are-
ones are going to get rounded up and interred in a Walmart indefinitely.
to make sure that the general population doesn't become aware of what's going on.
And also to show them their large selection of shoes. So, yes, it's a well thought out plan by the Muslim Kenyan. They did that in Kenya back in '53.
Oh, is that what it was?
Didn't realize, history. If you want to
is
understand.
this serious? Is this actual history now?
Yeah, what?
Yeah. What? Huh?
The internment
Yes.
of the Christians in
The
Kenya
Kenyans?
in 1953.
Oh, did they
You don't
really?
know that?
No.
Really?
Seriously?
Oh.
Oh, see, I don't know everything. So they're
Learned it
coming-
from his father. It was on page 37 in the book, if you read it close enough.
the book.
Obama's book,
Oh, okay.
or what we like to call Quran 2.
Or Mein Kampf.
Yeah. So he's a coming.
Oh man, I'm just getting real nervous now because it's just going to really change our lives. I mean, no
Yeah,
weapons.
no Walmarts. That's
no
gonna be-
weapons. The Walmarts are gone, and all we got left is a Quran. What are we going to do?
Well, here at Carl and Mike, we'll be just fine.
Yeah, because we don't listen to that kind of bullshit.
Jesus Christ, people.
Oh
Give
God.
me a break.
And our
Paranoia.
little deal that we spun up right there, I'm sure is probably nothing compared to what they're actually talking about, thinking is going to happen. I
yeah.
mean, and there will be black helicopters,
Sure. And
but
I
these
think,
are the kind of black helicopters you can't even hear.
yeah. And they don't really say why they would invade Texas.
Well, because we don't like Kenyan socialists.
Well, he's been there for
them
6
Texas.
years, 7 years.
I know, and see,
He's got to make his move.
you know how
soon.
many guns he's gotten in those 6 years?
Yeah, he's been a boom to the gun sale industry.
Yeah. If it's been a boom to anything, it's been to the sales in there.
What are they
Again,
gonna
like
do?
anything else, follow the money.
Yeah. Well, no, follow the fear. I mean, the fear caused that.
Yeah.
Right? And the money might have played of the fears. I don't know what ads. I didn't get gun ads.
Fear-based income. Fear-based.
I remember in 6th grade or 7th grade, we had a nun teach religion, so like we cared about religion like nothing. But it was, in Catholic school, you had religion class.
Yeah.
And she did almost the whole class that semester on Jesus Christ Superstar.
There you go. Because it had come out and it was
Yeah.
on Broadway, and that was a big
Yeah.
deal. I remember buying.
And-
Do you have that album?
Do I have to tell the Jesus Christ Superstar album story?
Oh, do you have?
I have
a story?
shame around that. Yes.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I have to tell.
I somehow got a hook on you. Okay,
You did.
good.
you
Let's
did.
have it.
Well, it's a sad story, Michael.
It
It's
is?
and it's an ironic story.
Yeah.
It is it's about my life of crime.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you steal the album?
The one thing I ever shoplifted in my life was a Jesus Christ Superstar album.
God, that's great. Oh, that is awesome.
It was embarrassing.
Did
It was
you
a double album. I was
And
poor.
this is when you were a
I had
practicing Catholic?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you stumble into confession and go?
No, I got caught.
Oh,
I got caught.
Sweet.
I was with a friend. We went to the mall. Mom took us to the mall. The friend was.
It's not easy to steal an album. They're big and flat.
Yeah,
And
well-
what do? Try and put it under your coat?
I don't even recall. I just remember, partially being. I'm not going to blame the friend but
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jesus Christ Superstar was a double album, so it was
Yeah,
like
it was a double album.
$9.79 or
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking, but there's because of this
Stereo
damn
or mono?
teacher.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'd been hooked on Jesus Christ Superstar in this class.
Yeah.
It was summer now,
Wow. That's a
and
good
oh
one.
God, and then they had to call my mom.
Oh,
Who was at
They
work.
come down. Oh,
No, they
Carl,
just called. They
You
just called.
disappointed me.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
God.
We had that.
She was further down the pike on guilt than
Well,
you
your
were.
father. She was more concerned about how to tell my father.
Oh, wait till your father gets home. God.
Yeah, one of that kind of thing. And then of course, the worst part was the mother of the friend who drove us there. Had to get called, and of course now
Oh.
I'm the bad influence on her on her
Oh.
wonderful
This
son.
just gets better
yeah.
and
it was,
better.
It was a dark day.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it, Michael.
Yeah.
I do take a little solace that it was a Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
So, in a sense, my heart was in the right place. I missed the irony of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was and I didn't get to keep the album. That's the other.
Did you go back
And
and
I
buy
remember
it
my
later?
dad's face.
Did you go back and buy
I
it?
remember my
later?
dad's face when he heard your son's shoplifted. What did he shoplift? I think he's thinking power saw.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And an album. Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
Really? Are you serious? You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's not like you're shoplifting the Beatles' White Album or anything like that. It's
yeah.
like,
It's the fact.
But that was a big thing when we were.
It was a big thing.
For a while. I mean, it was huge.
Yeah.
But that was all part of that Jesus freak movement. Remember the Jesus freaks?
Yeah. The whole Godson hair. I mean.
Oh
hair.
yeah. I think a lot.
Turning Jesus into the ultimate hippie, in a sense,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because he
That's-
was a
that's-
hippie, really.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I
that
mean,
was.
long hair and walking around with a bunch of guys.
Well, and I
Can you
think
be-
Don McLean makes reference to that
Right.
in
Yeah.
American Pie.
Yeah.
Jesus caught the last train for the coast because
Yes.
everything was happening on. He's referring to the West Coast.
Right.
Got to be referring to the West Coast.
They do that
And
now.
that's where- yeah.
If you look at Jesus Christ now, I know that he's like ripped, right? He's got like six-pack abs now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
they got
man.
this Jesus Christ as the, enforcer.
Has he got like a hipster beard too, or does he still have a beard, or he's got a hipster beard?
Yeah, you could take him right off the cross and put him into the MME,
Yeah.
ring.
Yeah.
So there's that element. It's like Jesus changes forms depending on the culture
Yeah.
he's in, right?
Yeah.
He's a hippie in the 60s, and now he's a ripped, ready to kick
Yeah.
non-Christian ass
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I think he would be kind of a Gandhi-like character, wouldn't he?
Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say he's more of a Gandhi? He is a Gandhi kind of
He'd
people.
be Gandhi, Martin Luther
Yeah,
King, that
yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah. And he'd be, violently opposed today as he was then.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Jesus Christ Superstar. Crap, I haven't thought about that in a million years.
Yeah, I love that album.
Yeah.
And obviously,
Yeah.
so that was my one moment of weakness, moment of crime, Michael.
It happens, man.
And Carl and Mike, not really sponsored by farts, available in silent and deadly, or loud yet surprisingly fragrance-free. Farts. That's what makes America move. I came across a Wired article this morning, and it turns out we have around us a microbial cloud
I saw that, but I didn't read the article. No.
filled with microbes, yeast, DNA, and
yeast?
fart bacteria.
Oh, fart bacteria?
So we really are a,
So it just kind of follows us around?
yeah,
So we have a halo of microbes?
we are like little pig pen on Charlie Brown.
So I'm sitting in somebody else's pile of microbes right now?
Well, like even just doing this, or just
You're flinging it across the
flinging
room?
microbes across the room. Yeah, actually a lot. Like there's a cloud. It's a cloud.
Well, when you
It's a
light
microbial cloud.
when you light farts, are you burning microbes?
Well, yeah, no. The microbes live off your fart bacteria. So you're actually feeding your cloud.
Ooh.
Or another way to look at it is you're just walking around in a cloud of shit.
That didn't sound good, does it?
No, we look so much exploring the outer worlds of Pluto and whatever, but really, I think the more interesting stuff will be the little microbe world.
Well, they don't
it's
want
not
you,
the
they don't want
far
you-
away.
they
What
don't
about
want
the
you-
little stuff?
Yeah, they don't want you to pay attention to what's going around. So they go, look, Haley's Comet. And you look over there and you go, oh, whoa, look, it's shiny.
Right. And meanwhile, we miss our whole microbial cloud. I'm not a naked walking
You're
around
not a
the
naked
house.
walking around the house, or?
Underwear.
Yeah.
Not naked. How
Yeah.
about you? Are you a naked walk arounder?
I don't mind it. Doesn't bother me.
Oh, see, something we don't know about you.
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't bother me. Do I do it all the time? No.
No.
But it doesn't. I don't have a problem with it.
It's not that I don't have a problem with it. It's just
There's a problem somewhere.
I have a problem
There is some sort of issue. Yes.
because I
would
put
think-
underwear on.
No, because you feel uncomfortable. What is it that makes you uncomfortable when you're naked?
Well, it's looking at my large penis all the time.
The anaconda.
I go, wow, that's just really big. I need to cover that. Yeah,
God.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I never. You know what it is? Maybe my dad walked around in his underwear, so maybe I'm just copying that.
Convenient. Could be, yeah.
Could be.
Well, fortunately, your dad didn't walk around naked.
See, I would not want that.
No.
You don't want to see your parents naked, do you?
No, you really don't. And
Yeah.
we've as we've
That
got-
happened before.
As we've gotten older, we've met some people that we know that they've talked about their parents walking around naked. It's just not a good idea. It's really not a good idea.
I don't
it's
think
just,
it is.
It's kind of it's creepy. I don't know.
Why is
I don't
that?
know if
I
there's
think
some sort
there's-
of psychological thing to it, but I'm sure there is. It's just creepy.
Well, you kind of like to think. I think somehow there's, especially a society with sex, you don't want to think of your parents that way.
No, shouldn't.
That you are the little
And
Jesus
that-
child.
Then we are the little Jesus child.
Yeah,
That's-
just thought of having parents having sex is one
Yeah.
thing, and they're seeing them
No,
naked would be another thing.
yeah.
You really don't want to. But is that being immature? That's like Germany. The
When-
kids
when you-
drink beer at 13,
when-
and then alcoholism isn't really a big problem.
But when you're a child, you are immature, so you don't want to be confronted with that.
Yeah, so there you have it.
Yeah.
But anyway, once again, Carl and Mike
Rambling on about shit. That
rambling
went
on
fast.
about shit. So with that, tune in to carlandmike.net for not just all our episodes of this, but we also have 5 questions, a 5-minute video podcast.
Yeah.
We have all those listed there as well. Also, every episode comes with mighty fine show notes
Yeah.
and links where we'll go deeper into the subject matter that we talked about today. There you have
There
it.
you go.
Peace.
Out.